Like, seriously though, I know this is Dragon Ball Super, but can we just get like a, I mean, I know, I typically hate these in anime, but can we just get a bathing suit episode where like Vados and all the other female angels just splash water in each other's faces? I would, oh my god. Oh, I feel so proud. So this must be what it feels like to have a son who's so stupid he's not going anywhere in life, but he gets into the NBA and all is well. Oh, now all he needs to make sure he does is make sure that he keeps his financial things in order so that when he's retired, he doesn't go bankrupt. That's Dragon Ball Super right now. Not one, but two dope episodes in a row. Oh, is this Dragon Ball Super? I mean, let's look beyond the fact that they're using a Sharpie to draw this anime. I'm okay with that at this point. One of the things that I liked the most was the fact that it was 2 fights in a row now where it was all one episode. You had Majin Buu fucking up one dog, and then you had Gohan, where he basically kamikaze the second dog. I was actually expecting him to just flat out lose. I'm surprised that he was able to win. But Gohan definitely isn't at the point that he was where he's just like, you know, like if you even just look at the way that he's drawn fighting up against this Lavender character, and then you see like when he was up against Boo, this guy, he had so much thick man titties, like you would think this nigga needs a bra to keep it in shape. Now, let's not really even go into the Gohan versus Lavender fight. I feel like we all saw it, we all know what happened, it doesn't really need to be discussed. The main thing that intrigued me the most, which also bravo to this episode, because not only did it deliver a solid fight between Gohan and Lavender, but it also delivered a lot of interesting information, and that was the fact that the fucking Universe 7 and Universe 9s are the weakest of the universes, and some universes are so powerful that they won't even compete in this tournament. I don't know why, maybe I'm the only person who knew this, or didn't know this rather, but I just assumed that all the universes were competing, and that we were just gonna see, like I was just wondering, I was like, this Universal Survival arc is gonna be a clusterfuck. There's gonna be, it's basically like the Infinity War of Dragon Ball Super. There's gonna be like 50, 90 fucking people fighting, like what the fuck? But clearly that's not the case. Some universes, they're just so savage as fuck that they're not even gonna be in this tournament. So now it's just like, I take back what I said before, and it's not me taking it back because like, I think a lot of people think that I'm a fickle person, that I change my mind over the slightest things. No, I change my information or my opinions if I receive new information. So the fact that we know these new tournaments aren't even competing, I don't think this Universal Survivor arc is going to be the last arc, because I thought it was going to be everyone fighting against each other all in this one tournament, in which case if that were what's going on, we wouldn't need another season afterwards, because they've shown us everything that the universes have to offer, so to speak. But if some of them aren't even competing, now that instantly, like you know that these writers know, the moment that they say some universes are competing because they're so powerful, I gotta see these niggas now. How strong are they? And so one of the other interesting things that I got from this conversation that this angel head, I don't know what his name is, so forgive me, was talking about with these universes was the fact that if they're wiped out, it's not like, okay, well, our universes are wiped out, but maybe we can like take refuge in another universe. No, everyone, so guaranteed, at least to my knowledge as of right now, either the dogs or the Universe 7 and then the other people that are competing, one of these, like, they're gonna be gone, all of them, including the Kais, including the gods too, except for the angels. And I've already known this, and I feel like we've all known this. This is information we've already known, but it's still interesting to hear them say it out loud, and the fact that if the universe gets wiped out, the gods will get wiped out with it, but not the angels. So not Vados, not Whis. And I think we all have a pretty good understanding that Vados and Whis and all the angels are stronger than their god counterparts. In fact, from what I've learned from seeing all these universes and all these different races, is that the god of destruction isn't someone who's just born a god. They're just someone who was just a normal race that just became so powerful that they ended up becoming a god of destruction. So they're basically just normal people for the most part, given these god powers, these god roles. Like, I think one of the main abilities that a god is like given that I think that they don't just have is like when the god of destruction Beerus was able to just decimate, just erase Zamasu from existence. So the more and more I hear about these angels, the more interested, the more intrigued I am by them. I mean, let's not even look about the fact that they're all half big booty white bitches. I respect that. Oh, I'm sorry, big booty blue bitches or whatever the fuck color they are. Like, seriously though, I know this is Dragon Ball Super, but can we just get like a, I mean, I know I typically hate these in anime, but can we just get a bathing suit episode where like Vados and all the other female angels just just splash water in each other's faces. I would, oh my god. So this also begs the question, if the angels are stronger than their god of destruction or just god counterparts, are they all gods of destructions? In which case, if they're all gods of destructions, are there other gods, like gods of creations? I don't fucking know. Whatever. That's for a conversation for another day. So that begs the question, which I feel like a lot of people have been thinking the same thing. This angel, this head angel that's he's inducting, like, you know, whatever, the tournament of power, is he stronger than Xeno? Because, you know, with every god, like Xeno is just another god. So with every god, they have like an angel overseeing them that's stronger than them, that's exempt from the rules of the destruction of the universes and whatnot. So does that mean that Xeno is also just another god who's under a hierarchy? Like, I know that a lot of people think that Xeno is like the top of the food chain, but I'm starting to question that. I don't, like, who created these angels? That's the other thing you also have to think about. Like, who's creating these beings? Who created, like, I don't think that Xeno necessarily, like, well, maybe he does. Like, I might be missing information, so don't quote me on this. But, like, he just seems like he's just, like, the head god of destruction, because he's talking about destroying universes, and all the gods of destruction are essentially doing what Xeno does on a smaller scale. So maybe he's just the omni king of destruction, but there's also other gods, there's other hierarchies that do all kinds of other things beyond the universes, who assign these angels to the different gods. Like, it's just so crazy to try to wrap your head around. And this is why I like, and I don't know how long this anime is going to go on, but Dragon Ball Super is like totally, I feel like in this episode, and just the little amount of knowledge that they've given out, expanded like the universes, like just the not the necessarily the universe, the Xenoverse, if you will, of Dragon Ball, in the sense that, like, there's so much more we can explore. Like, there's all these other universes where we're not even going to see in the Tournament of Power that are stronger. And, like, God, if Universe 7 and 9 are the weakest, then how strong are these other people who there's the average, like, not just like the strongest people, the average, I'm assuming that 10 is the highest, being like Xeno level, and they're saying like the average beings are like 7 and above, so their strongest heroes are probably like fucking like God of Destruction contenders, which is insane. The other thing that I find interesting also is the fact that, so if they're all so strong, it's like the reverse of Frieza. Remember when Frieza was destroying the Saiyans because they were too strong? I was almost going to think that, oh, Universe 7 and 9 are going to be spared because they're so weak. Or like if you've played Mass Effect, the Reapers are not the same thing. Like, if a species gets too advanced, we have to wipe them out. I don't know why this is a thing that people like to do. Maybe they just feel threatened by it. But I find it interesting that this is the reverse. They want the races to be super advanced and super strong. I find that really bizarre. Like, don't they feel like there's a fear, like basically what Frieza feared, of getting overthrown if they allow these universes to become too powerful? Or maybe that's what they want. So maybe they want to be succeeded. Like, that's what I'm saying. I don't think Xeno is the one wholeheartedly in charge. I mean, doesn't it seem kind of bizarre that the one who's in charge of the universes and all that is like basically essentially a child that destroys universes at his whim? And the other thing that I find interesting as well is that they said that if Xeno gets angry, he can destroy all the universes. Well, if he destroys all the universes, then what's left? So is there something, I know that there's Xeno's palace, but I feel like, is there something that exists beyond these universes? And as we even see, when you destroy a universe, it's not just nothingness, because when Xeno destroyed universe, or the future alternate timeline universe of future Trunks or whatnot, that universe was just like floating particles or some shit. So it's like, when he destroys the universe, it's not even like he destroys it, it's more like he resets it, if anything. And also, you know, there's the whole fact of, I don't feel like, the moment this happened, I knew that there's something else to this. Like, I feel like we're gonna see future Trunks again, like wherever him and Mai went, I feel like we're gonna see that again. But yeah, it just makes me interested, like, who's the strongest beings in this anime's universe, and like, you know, what's going on with these angels? Like, I feel like there's a lot more about them that we don't know, that we're yet to find out, or maybe we never will. We'll just always be left wondering. But either way, I'm interested to see what's going on with that. As for the episode itself, you know, I thought it was dope. It was cool to see Gohan fight. I definitely think he still has a ways to go. I'd like to see these other dogs fight or whatnot. It's interesting that, so I'm wondering if the universes would have all been wiped out, and because, you know, a lot of people are saying that Goku's the real villain because he reminded Xeno about the tournament, and that's why it's taking place and their universes are getting wiped out. But from what it sounds like, these universes were all going to get wiped out anyways, so now at least one of them has the chance to fight to survive. So if anything, Goku actually saved the universe, kind of, I guess. But anyways, whatever your guys' thoughts are, be sure to leave me in the comments down below what you think, and whether you feel Goku is the reason why their universe is getting wiped out, or they were all going to get wiped out, and whether you think that Xeno is the strongest of all creation, of all beings, because he's obviously like, he's not omni, like he's not like omnipotent, like he's not like, I don't feel like he's super mega god. Like he seems like, for someone to be considered the god of everything, his abilities are pretty limited, his knowledge is pretty limited. Like, this guy like I said, he's basically a child. But yeah, all that in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. I'm Heavenly, and I will see you guys later.